It is the most boring thing in your fridge. It has no taste, no color, and technically no calories. This is the most important, powerful substance on Earth. It makes up 60% of your body. Your brain and heart are 3/4 water. Your lungs, they are 83%. Without it, you are essentially a very expensive bag of dry dust. We are obsessed with it, but how much of what we think we know is actually true? Do you really need 8 glasses a day? Is tap water killing you? Can scientists use water to cure cancer? Today, we are stripping away the myths. This is the truth about water. We haven't always had this on-demand relationship with water. For millennia, human history was determined by the one question: where is the water? We settled where it flows. Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, was built between 2 rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. Ancient Egypt thrived because the Nile was predictably seasonal. If the rivers dried up, entire civilizations vanished. But ancient peoples didn't just drink it, they were obsessed with purifying it. Over 2,400 years ago, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, knew that water quality affected health. He advised his patients to boil rainwater before drinking. Sanskrit texts from India mention filtering water through sand and gravel. People knew intuitively that bad water meant bad health. Our understanding of why changed forever. In London in 1844, Dr. John Snow traced a localized cholera outbreak to a single public water pump on Broad Street. This discovery was revolutionary. Snow proved that diseases were waterborne. Before John Snow, people literally thought diseases were spread by bad air or miasma. Across every continent, water was sacred. In Africa, traditional beliefs often revered water spirits. In Hinduism, the Ganges River is a goddess capable of purifying a person's sins. In indigenous cultures across the Americas, water has always been an essential element of ceremonial life. Water was never just a commodity, it was life itself. And let's not forget hygiene. Our concept of bathing has fluctuated wildly. The Romans had elaborate public baths. In medieval Europe, bathing fell out of favor. It took centuries and more scientific understanding for personal hygiene to be recognized as a foundation of health. Okay, history lesson over. Let's get biological. Water is essentially the operating system for the human body. Without it, almost every biological process would come to a grinding halt. First, it's the primary building block of your cells. Think of it as the structural material and the medium where all your chemical reactions happen. Second, it's your body's delivery system. Blood is 92% water. It carries oxygen and nutrients like glucose and vitamins to every single cell. Third, it's your cleanup crew. The kidneys and liver need an enormous amount of water to filter out toxins and waste products from your blood, which are then flushed out in your urine and sweat. It regulates your temperature through sweat. It lubricates your joints like oil in a machine. It acts as a shock absorber for your brain and spinal cord. And it keeps your mucous membranes moist, like in your eyes, in your nose and mouth, which is your first line of defense against pathogens. But the health importance of water doesn't stop at the skin. We use water to maintain the health of our environment. Bathing, cleaning, sanitation, and hand washing. These prevent the external spread of disease. A society without water for cleaning is a society where illnesses like cholera and typhoid spread unchecked. There are also mental health benefits. Brain cells are hypersensitive to hydration. Just mild hydration, 1 to 2% of your body weight, can impair concentration, memory, and mood. If you have a foggy head, your first treatment shouldn't be coffee, it should be water. So how much do you actually need? The common 8 glasses a day rule is simply a baseline, but your actual needs depend on your activity level, the climate, and your weight. The best way to know: the urine test. If your urine is dark yellow, you are already dehydrated. If it's pale yellow, like lemonade, you're on the right track. This is where the truth gets uncomfortable. Everything we just talked about depends on one crucial factor: clean water. And that is not guaranteed. Globally, we are in a crisis. Around 2.2 billion people, over 25% of the human population, lack access to safely managed drinking water. 1 in 4 people on this planet cannot rely on the water from their tap. When water is clean, it carries pathogens. In low resource areas, poor water and hygiene conditions still account for more than 1 million deaths. In many cultures, women and girls spend hours daily walking miles just to collect water, which robs them of time for education. But don't think this is only a developing world problem. In high-income countries, our water infrastructure is aging. Lead contamination from pipes is a known crisis. Modern contaminants like PFAS, known as forever chemicals, are being detected in municipal water systems globally. These are linked to hormone disruption and cancer. The truth is, the water coming out of your tap may be safe, but that doesn't mean that it's pure. This brings us to the future. Scientists are looking at water in entirely new ways. Not just how to clean it, but how water itself might become a tool for advanced health. The first front is advanced filtration. Startups are developing nanotechnology and graphene-based filters that can remove microplastics and heavy metals more efficiently. Atmospheric water harvesting, literally extracting water from the air, could revolutionize access for communities far from rivers. But the most fascinating frontier is molecular water research. Scientists are exploring structured water or hexagonal water. The hypothesis is that the molecular arrangement of water affects how efficiently our bodies absorb it. Now, a massive warning: there's currently very limited scientific evidence to support these claims. This is a frontier of research, not a proven therapy, but the possibility is huge. Water is also a medium for targeted drug delivery. Researchers are investigating how bound water, which is water associated with proteins, changes when a body is diseased. This could allow for incredibly precise, non-invasive diagnostics. If we can map how the water in your cells behaves, we can detect diseases like cancer much earlier. The ultimate goal, closed-loop water reclamation, inspired by the International Space Stations. Scientists are working on technologies that can recycle a building's wastewater back to 100% pure drinking water. Water isn't just a simple requirement for life. It is the complex, dynamic substance that makes life possible. The truth about water is that it's powerful, it is fragile, and it is under threat. The next time you fill a glass, don't take it for granted. You are drinking history, and you are participating in a requirement shared by every living thing on Earth. What is your best health hack to ensure you drink enough? Share it in the comments below. And don't forget to check your hydration status. If your urine is lemonade yellow, you're doing great. Make that one powerful, life-giving choice. Drink a glass of water right now. Thank you for watching, and stay hydrated.
Pure data, pure hydration.